Hey everybody, we're back, and this week we're talking about the importance of not burying your gifts. See, whether you're a Christian or you're not a Christian, God has given you something to do in the earth, and He's given you some gifting, some talent, or some skill set to do it. Now, the thing about it is, a lot of us feel like there's something wrong with the world. Like, man, I wish somebody would do something about this, or man, I wish somebody would stop that over there. But the reality is that we allow fear and excuses and insecurities to keep us in our seats and keep us from being active in the community and in the world. And so what I want to encourage you to do is to remember that being lazy with your gifts brings pain to you and others, but being responsible with your gifts brings gain to you and others. Let's take a look at Luke. In Luke chapter 12, verse 47 through 48, Jesus says, "A servant who knows what the master wants, but is not prepared and does not carry out those instructions will be severely punished. But someone who does not know and then does something wrong will be punished only lightly. When someone has been given much, much will be required in return. And when someone has been entrusted with much, even more will be required." Know that God has given you something to do. And on your own time, take a look at Matthew chapter 25, verse 14 through 30. There's a story that Jesus talks about the importance of not burying your gifts. There's a guy in the story. He buries his gifts. He buries the investment his master gave him, and he makes excuses. And the master is very angry with that person. Matter of fact, the master gives him a harsh sentence and judgment. Now, I don't want fear to be a motivator for you to do what God's called you to do, but I do want you to remember this, that there are people out here who are hurting. There are people out here in this world that need what God has put in you. That book that needs to be written, that song that needs to be sang, that business that needs to be started, that nonprofit that needs to get off the ground. This week, take your first step. Step out of your comfort zone and do something towards what you feel God's called you to do. What do you feel is wrong with what's going on in the world? That might be a signifying mark to what you should be doing. Remember, don't bury your gifts. I'll see you next time.